Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Doha Heat. Today's episode is very special because it is the Mother's Day special. And as you can see, it's not your usual host, Ifath. I'll be the host for today, and Ifath's going to be in the hot seat.
Yeah, she hijacked the podcast from
I did. So, to introduce myself, my name is Kenza, and I am the producer of Doha Heat. And we have a very, very special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Tasneem Sayed, Ifath's mom.
Yes, that's my Mother's Day.
That's Mother's Day. And I'm very happy and pleased to be in the show today. And I'm very proud for my daughter as well because I've been watching her shows and I never expected that I'll be here today. But yes, I'm here today.
Yeah, so we were, I think yesterday we were thinking about something like fun to do for Mother's Day. And so yeah, we were thinking, what can we do? And we had a lot of ideas. So we tried to put as much fun ideas to this episode.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. So we have we have a couple of questions for each side, the mother and the daughter. And and at the end we're going to see, just how well do you guys know each other.
Can I kind of introduce my mom in a better way? Because all she said was, I'm her mom. And she's way more than that.
All right.
So my mom is an educator. She's been an educator for a lot of years. We're not going to say how many years because then you'll find out her age.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's the assistant principal at a very good school in Qatar. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Okay, shall we start the questions?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yes, ready.
So the first question will be for you.
Oh my God.
As a mother, how has your relationship evolved with your daughter, Ifath?
Actually, to tell you very frankly, we are 5 sisters and I'm the oldest one. However, I felt always like a kiddish because my second sister was quite mature and we were all responsible and my parents had nurtured and brought us up like that. But mostly I felt I grew with Ifath because most of the things I saw through her eyes and she's my firstborn child and so
I'm the
apple of my eyes, you could say. So through her eyes, through her things, I think I grew up with her. I could say that would be the best thing. Although most of the things I learned from my parents and everything, but yes, evolved through with her, the way the children grew up and the teenage thing and everything. Yeah. And I think the second point is while she was in school, even though I was at school, so I knew that her peers and the students in my school, so I could relate to that and I learned a lot of things that way. So otherwise, parents, during those our times, parents, we were different. Ifath always tells me, Mama, you're ancient. But I think she stopped from this last couple of years though. But I believe she was like, I'm ancient kind of thing.
Yeah, but there's a lot of generation gap.
No. Now she feels generation gap with her younger brother.
Yeah.
And when I talk about the stories from my teenage girls in the school, so it's quite a generation gap now.
You guys look very similar. It's like you look like you're her older sister or something.
She doesn't like it. Really? She doesn't like one bit though.
But if you see pictures of me and my mom, or her childhood pictures, she looks like me.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah,
very similar.
So I know how I'm gonna look like when I grow older.
Elegant.
Okay, so how did you feel when she was first born?
To tell you very frankly, we were 5 sisters. So obviously those days, like nowadays, I don't think people do really bother. But there was a thing probably I may have an older son or something like that. But the moment she was born and it would be a cliche actually. However, having said that, she was so beautiful.
Thank you.
She was extremely pretty. Her fingers were so long and nails shapely. And the way she held me like this was the best ever gift. I couldn't relate that to the son though. That was the feeling, the pact we had, I'm your mother and you're my daughter, that kind of thing. And she was extremely pretty, extremely the color and the eyes, the big, and she has so long eyelashes which would touch to her forehead.
Yeah, you can still see that. That's the first thing I commented. I was like, her eyelashes are gorgeous.
So I think, and she looked quite long baby though, because her father is quite tall. So I was thinking, oh my god, I'm going to get a tall.
Unfortunately,
it shrunk maybe. But yes, she was like, she was the apple of not only me, my eye, but my mother, my father, my sisters. They would just adore her, loved her, cuddle, everything possible. So that was, yeah.
So we didn't. I mean, I know you're the only daughter, right? But not everyone knows about this. But she's the only daughter, and so
unfortunately, yes, she's the only one.
So how many siblings?
One brother.
You have one brother.
Yeah. I asked them to give me more siblings, but they just stopped.
So how old is he?
He's 18. Yeah.
He's 18 years.
Oh wow.
Teens.
So how is it different having a teenager boy and a teenager girl?
Very different because Ifath, I think, was.
I was a guinea pig.
Kind of, and I think she was taken for granted because as a working mother, I always tell myself, although I'm working, I'm homemaker basically, because I never detached from my home or like sideline my home, because because I work for my family. So I'm basically a homemaker. But also but Ifath knows that I give more than equal this thing to my teaching responsibilities or as an educator, because it's a demanding profession. It's not like just go out and do a couple of hours job. It's a very demanding profession. So but I think I relied on Ifath very much. She was just 4.5, nearly to 5, and the younger one was born. But I thought like she grew up with me, and okay, what I do, you can do, like kind of thing. And I had a younger sick child at home where she was nurturing him, and so many things. So I think from at a very younger age, she was like a child woman. She just grew up like that because she had to take care of her younger brother. So yeah, and sometimes I had to leave her alone with the younger one because I had work or I had some commitments to do. So those were some kind of painful days, but alhamdulillah, it passed.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think because of that, my brother is like my child. Like I'm very, very, very possessive about him.
Ifath, I think, very possessive, and that younger one is just clinging onto her. Like, I think, excuse me, grow up, boy. He does. He is. He has his own.
He's gonna get so annoyed.
But that's normal, being the only child, like, especially the boy. And you have his older sister taking care of him, also his mother.
But I must tell you that. But the best thing is probably, I don't know, like when I was having the second one. For Ifath, I should tell you this, and that's a remarkable quality. I never found Ifath to be a jealous person ever, because the sibling rivalry, the jealousy. I had with my sisters though, but never ever I have ever felt that you do this and you do those kind of things. She never complained. She in fact always took side of him, and that was just amazing. That's a gift, because I can get envious of my colleagues or somebody, that's a normal feeling. I don't know from which planet she is born from, because I never found her to be a jealous person. At least I have never seen her. So that is a very good characteristic of hers, And she just took that because maybe probably also when I was pregnant with the second one, I said, I'm giving you a gift. I'm giving, like I always told, I never said that there's somebody coming and taking a position. Your gift is coming, and all that, So probably that's why also she was looking forward to that thing, and that's what probably it is, and yes.
But that's a really great way to introduce a sibling.
Siblings, because, I actually think so. And young mothers, if anybody's watching, yes, the second or third or whatever, you're getting a gift now. Somebody's coming.
My mom did the same thing with my sisters when my sister was coming with the first one, and then my second sister came and she was like, this is yours, like you have to take care of her, like it's your. That's exactly, because they get to be very jealous when they're young.
And second one, even though like when Ifath was young and I used to cuddle or something like that, he used to like
he was super jealous. He's like, my dad can't like hold my mom's hand, or he can't sit next to her. He used to be like that kind of child.
And I'm a very I love children. Like I have my nieces and nephews, and if I like kuchiku and kadliku and something like that, then he's like kind of. But I've never found that. I've never found that with Ifath though. He's good looking.
Okay. So we can balance that so he won't kill you guys.
Okay.
What is the most annoying thing about Ifath and the best thing about her? As the eldest daughter or as the only daughter?
I think she is the best gift ever a mom can have. Best thing, because she's very dutiful, very responsible, very accountable. I never felt like she's a threat. Although teenage issues were there.
Yeah, pretty sure you hated me when I was
kind of insult. But then she's suddenly like in year 12 or something or 11s, or when she turned the 360. No, I think after year 10, she turned like 360 degrees. Although she didn't like math, she hated math like me, of course. But she took math, and then that she got focused. She got focused, and lots of things like what is the best gift? Alhamdulillah, no issues as such. Though, but no.
So what's the most annoying thing about?
Annoying thing.
Yeah.
Annoying thing.
We only have 30 minutes, by the way, episode, so I don't think we can.
No, I think with Ifath, I don't think there's a lot of. I have a huge list of annoying things or something, because it's normally like I think she has understood that okay, I have to do this. I listen to my mom. I must go about it. Although sometimes I do get annoyed because I like to sleep early, and she has, Mama, I have event and I'll come at this time and this time. And until she arrives home and she knocks at the door.
We're usually together
in the event.
Yeah. And then I could not. I also think that this is a passe, because it will pass. That thing. But at the younger days, because she was good at schooling, and I knew her weaknesses, so I was not like forcing her, like if she get 60%, no, you have to get 100%. So I know her weakness, so I understand that, and I tried to give her support, and she took that. So it was a mutual thing. So it was not like, okay, you're not doing this. However, sometimes I should say that she should be folding her clothes properly. Yeah, she has the wardrobe is flowing like a tsunami outside. So she should.
They bought me a new wardrobe.
Yeah, that also is flowing outside now. So probably that's one, I think. That's annoying.
Okay, same question to you about your mom.
So the best thing about her, I'll start with that so she doesn't be. The best thing about her is she's very loving and very loyal to the family.
Yes, absolutely.
So I know that no matter what happens, no matter how much trouble, no matter how much...
I think I'll get a pack of tissues now.
no matter how... no matter what we do to her, she will still love us, and she will still cook for us every single day. Even if she has to go like because she's a teacher, so she sometimes has to leave like at 7. Every day she leaves at before everyone at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
She will cook
5:45.
She will cook for us, like for lunch, dinner, and she'll go. So I mean, this is something that I don't think most working moms do. That they slack off in that department. But she's always there for us. When I come back home, I can just sit with her, talk to her. We watch TV together, and everything. Like,
yeah, that's a blessing.
I don't have like. I help her out, but I don't have like something that's like I am worried about that I have to go home and do this and that, because she covers all my responsibilities. So yeah, we need tissues because she's good. Now I'll tell you the annoying.
We need a lot of tissues.
This is actually annoying part. I embarrass her very easily. Though. It's like tears just for laughter or happiness or any her bosses. I don't know. I didn't cry. I do not cry in front of Stephen though.
Maybe now you. So the annoying thing, so she'll stop crying, is she's very emotional, like I said. So
I'm an emotional wreck actually.
Yeah.
I listen to my dad. Yeah. But I think she also does, especially to her grandfather.
Yeah. So my mom is like people think I'm dramatic and I'm emotional, but my mom is the 100 times more emotional than I am. So yeah, she's very dramatic and very
very innocent and naive and emotional from the side.
Yeah, like
I'm sure that's what you meant, of course.
Kenza, let me get out of here.
Yeah, so she cries for literally everything. Like she just wants an opportunity. What can I cry for today? That's what she thinks every day.
And that is very annoying. I myself feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the most, no, not the annoying, but the naughtiest thing Ifath has ever done?
She actually...
I don't know what you're gonna do.
This should be a very fun story.
Took a phone and imitated me and called a friend because her friend was troubling her, and I was the teacher, You know?
How old was she?
She was just hardly 6-year-old.
Wow.
And I don't know. Normally, because sometimes when I speak, when I call, like even when she was young, so I was like, okay, Ifath, like I had a kiddish voice, maybe on the phone or something, or maybe like that. And like she's speaking very nicely, and the mother got scared that day. Like, oh my God, Mr. Tasneem.
Ifath's friend's mother actually believed her.
Yeah,
I thought she was mom, and I was like, your daughter is blah blah blah.
As if you're your mom. As if you're a mom. Wow.
And I was not at home, apparently. So she did all her this thing.
Wow.
And next day her mom came and she was like apologetic and something. I said, for what? I come to know that Ifath is out and all this.
So she was 6 years old.
Naughty.
She called her friend and imitated you.
And I changed my voice. Like I
Actually, you know what? My father actually told me, are you going to get your daughter doing modeling and pay off your bills due to her and all that, because she was a good model, like features and everything. Probably
I got offers.
Probably if I stayed in Mumbai, probably I would have like gone for a childhood this thing, modeling or something like that. So yeah, so she had that.
Yeah, and then I
That's
got really,
charisma,
really yelled at home after. It was great.
Okay, the same question goes to you. What is the craziest thing your mother has ever done?
She's done a lot of crazy things, like a lot. One of the things she does is there are two crazy things. So whenever we go to an airport, my mom gets very nervous. I don't know why. It's like I don't know what she's doing. And she's an Indian, right? So she's taking meat and food items with her, and then the people are like, you can't take this, and then she just starts acting really weird, like she's a terrorist, and I just, my brother and I, we just like stand really far away from her and just feel like we don't know her. And then somehow she did all of this, like I told you, she's very dramatic. So she did all of this drama, and she was like, you know, my parents are alone in India, blah blah blah, and then they let her take the meat.
It worked.
No, it's not, no. That was that was the fasting time when we were going to fasting time, not for the parents. No, fasting time. I have a house and I have to go and cook and stuff like that.
That's probably what you said. Yeah. So there are other excuses she's used.
So we're going to.
As long as it worked, then that's
it
good.
worked. Yeah.
And
Some tips for the other people that are traveling.
The second craziest thing. That's another crazy thing she's done is I was in Malaysia, right? It was I had gone.
No, that was like. Okay.
I went. I was doing this report on refugees living in Malaysia. So I had gone for a journalism project with just one classmate of mine, and my mom, like my parents, they weren't okay with me going with just one other person. So they were freaking out, but then they eventually agreed, and I went. And you know, I reached there. It's like 6 hours ahead of Qatar, so I spent a few hours awake, and then I couldn't. Like I had to sleep because I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
So I slept. And then I woke up. I woke up. I think I prayed, and then I slept again, without thinking that I need to text my mom that I woke up. You know.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up at 9 a.m., which is like, what is 9 a.m.?
I think it's 1 p.m. in Qatar.
No, 1 a.m.
We're back. We're behind.
6 hours behind.
So no, 4 a.m. in Qatar.
Yeah, that's time I do tahajjud. I get up early. I get up early.
Yeah. So at 4 a.m. in Qatar time, she has given me so many missed calls, so many messages, and the last threatening message was, I'm calling the embassy now, like the Indian embassy now.
Malaysian embassy.
And I'm like, it's 4 a.m. in Qatar. I just did not speak to you for 7 hours. Like, calm down.
Well, that's normal. I mean, being a mother.
Exactly.
Because I also studied in Malaysia, and same thing. Like when if I didn't answer mom, especially first days, she used to freak out a lot and call me. And
I go ballistic.
Yeah, but that's very normal, especially sending your child, and they've always been next to you, so
true.
must be very. I mean, I can't blame her. I would call.
You're trying to be like very nice to my mom.
Did you forget any naughty jokes? No, that's
naughty jokes.
She did some of the craziest, but I don't want to say it here. What you know what she did? In a year 12.
This is her opportunity.
In a year 12. Apparently, I was working. We have examination in our school and stuff like that. Suddenly, her teacher calls. I think we're going to suspend your daughter. I said, for what? She had biryani in the masjid, in the prayer room. I said,
so I bunked class to go and
so she skipped a lesson, I think a P lesson or some lesson, because they normally have in year 12s as well. And then she goes and she's in the prayer room. She goes in the thing, now I'm going to the prayer room. They order biryani or whatever. They get biryani in the school. And she and a friend got into the prayer room, having biryani and everything, missed the lesson. And this teacher didn't know where they were.
Yeah, and then we came back and she's like, you guys are...
Dare you get suspended?
What were you doing? We were having biryani. What?
Okay, the next question is, what are some personality traits that Ifath shares with you? Is it? Yeah, with you.
Yeah. Like, what have I acquired from you?
Personality traits.
Anything bad that is in me, she'll be like, it's from your dad.
No comments. I think she's very responsible. That's and then the way the achievements are, which I can see, or whatever she's done. So I think that streak, that winning streak, and I'm not ambitious, because I think my life took a turn like that. But I think she is. She knows. She's very focused.
Yeah.
For me, my life was focused, so I had gone that way. She looks like she's like my twin or whatever. So that were the characteristics, and mostly she's attached to her brother, like how I'm attached to my siblings. So the attachment, the loving, the feeling, the bond between us is very strong. And I think, alhamdulillah, nobody could ever. Because we just know where to start. Even though, like, there are times when I have been very busy, she's been very busy, we can just take it off like that. You know, so...
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I agree with her. I think what I have in common with her is I'm also loving, I'm also emotional, and I'm also loyal. And yeah, I think I'm responsible. Because I think I'm also the eldest daughter, so I always had more responsibility. So, like, the things that I did in my age, my brother comes to me or my mom for support. Like, he has these two women in his life that he's always coming to us for support. So, yeah. And they know that he's my favorite person in the family.
That's
my
amazing.
mom's second.
Thank you for that. I think he's everyone's. I mean,
so he's your
thinking
favorite.
of him is like...
Okay, so when was the most time that your mom inspired you? Well, no, I said it wrong.
When did
Inspired you the most? Yes.
Okay. So I think a few years ago, I think I was in 11th or 12th grade, and my mom got jaundice, which is, I don't know how to describe it.
That is, I was induced because because I was having, I had come from India, and you know, the oil and everything, the food habits changed.
Yeah.
So I just went to the doctor. So they said that probably you might get a cholesterol thing or something like that. So, but he could have just told me to control and have exercise and stuff like that. What the doctor did was give me medicines which affected my liver. So luckily, fortunately, within a week or so, I came to know that I'm feeling something like itchy or something. That is, and then I started looking at the computer. You know, normally I'd look at the Googling it, and I found out that probably this is
You found all these diseases.
Yeah. So, and that was like kind of a lot of diseases. But yeah. Then I said okay. Anyways, the blood test, everything reported that I am like that hepatitis kind of thing. So I had to control on my meat, chicken, everything, and fat, and most of the time like very bland food and all those things. Yeah.
So she'd become really yellow, and she'd lost so much weight. And I think the thing that I learned most from her is that she was eating like literally nothing. She was eating so much bland food, and she was so weak, but she was still preparing like great food for my my brother, me and my dad. And at the same time, another thing that really because I could see that she was going through something. You know, she was going to work exact same times as normal. She didn't take a sick break. She wasn't saying that no, I have to stay home because I'm. And it was really, because I could see physically that her body had completely transformed.
Wow.
I was like 48, 49 kilos, and it lost like drastically 8 to 10 kilos.
And then, and she didn't tell her parents about it because she didn't want to worry them.
I didn't tell them, yeah.
So, because her parents are also super emotional. Our whole family is really emotional. So
we can have a proper melodramatic, you know, the Bollywood film like that.
So she didn't tell her parents about it, and you know, the only people who knew were
sister.
Yeah, her sister who lives in Qatar, and us, and she didn't tell anyone. Like, usually when people are going through something, to like reduce the pressure on them to do all of these things, they tell like, look, I'm not feeling well, like, please back up.
I am my opposite. I like to it's me and my God, and because family close to you, they know you're suffering or struggling. I don't think so anybody needs to know, because outside world, they don't care. How many of you people will care? You know, once, time, twice, but no. So you have within you have that makes you stronger, emerge stronger.
Yeah.
And I think, yes, not even a single day went that they had to eat from outside or any food like that.
She didn't even make it obvious to us, and she made sure that nobody tells anybody that what happened and how she's feeling. After everything was fine, she told them, and her parents got really upset. Like, come on, our daughter, she told us. So for me, that's a big lesson that I took from her. That when you love someone, you don't pressure them. You try and deal with things yourself sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
And that gives you inner strength. Me and my Allah, that's it, inner strength, and my family. And Ifath did a lot that time as well, because the moment she was in year 12, and she had a lot to focus on her mathematics and sciences, because as a typical Desi parent, I wanted her to go to the medical, which she didn't, of course, and my younger one also didn't go. That's another story anyways, but yes. So then she also used to come from school. She used to make, because I used to come from school as well, so she used to make the sugarcane juice, because that juice is good to take out the toxics and stuff like that. So yeah, so that helped. So she also did a lot of things, It was mutual.
So have you ever been inspired by Ifath?
That was inspiration, because imagine after coming at 2:15, and then your mom's coming by 3.
You can't take my incident. You have to come up with another one.
And then there were many things like I saw her just getting focused, because she had these usual teenager issues and stuff like that. But mainly, when she was just hardly 7 or 8 years old, and my younger one got sick, he was just 3 or something, and I had to go for work in the evening. That time we were in Dubai, and he was quite sick. So what I did was, okay, when he's sick or something, if he's getting warm, so just give him a hot water pack, or And when I returned home at around 8ish at night, she was giving that hot water thing, and she herself was a child, so that touched me. That these are some of the things that it's touching. It's very touching. It's very emotional. And there were times like when sickness or something like that, and of course, when she eventually just, as I said, 360 degrees, she turned to get focused in everything when she was in year 11 and 12. And then after that, she ensured that she get into Northwestern, and then the usual. And I think within the first year or something, she started getting awards and stuff like that. So she was so focused. So that was very inspirational. So I don't have to say, okay, she's done it. My nourishing, my nurturing, my parental values have all, alhamdulillah, helped.
Alhamdulillah.
And she got out there. So I know she can take care of herself. So I can go to the second one now.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I feel like another thing that I love about my mom is she is a feminist. Like, so
I'm very rebellious.
She's all about like women power, and the way she has even raised my brother is like, she tells him, if your sister's doing it, you got to do it as well. And very much like, she's a homemaker as well as she's very good at her work, and she's all about like, supporting women, always making them. So for me, it was always like, I grew up seeing this woman who was working and fighting all odds and just being awesome. And
That's
for me,
amazing.
that was,
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I tell my even students, you're women, that we have so much of strength, inner strength, which Allah has given. And that's the best thing which we have. And the second best thing is we are mothers. MashaAllah. Then who can have that, so.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. We're gonna go now to the next segment
Wow.
for this podcast. So we have to. This one, we just got to know more about both of you, and now we're gonna do a little game. Basically, now we have papers in front of you.
Yeah.
And a marker. Now, don't show your answers to each other, right? I'm gonna ask you a question, answer it on paper, and then show it and like say it out loud for those who can't see the video. Yeah. All right. So. I'm going to ask a question. Both of them are going to give the answer. I'm going to see if they actually know each other.
Okay, so it's so it's
going to be a question, for example, for Ifath, and then see if you can answer it as well. And we're going to see, right? So you're going to answer at the same time, right? So, first question will be... Oh, the first question is for you, actually.
Oh my God.
Have you ever snooped Ifath's diary when she wasn't there?
I did.
You have to write it.
Oh, sorry.
And then we have to show the answers.
Oh, very confident. Yes or no?
Not even.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, guys.
Yes, and then you can show it to the camera. Yes, you did. You're very proud about it. You're like, yes, I did.
I did.
Yes, I did. You know about this. You've.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know when, but I always had an idea, of course.
All right. Okay. Second question.
Me.
Let me see. Oh, okay. This question is for you, but you're going to answer it as well. Write it down and then show it to the camera and answer it, right? So the second question is, has Ifath ever faked sickness to stay home?
You have to think about that.
So, repeat the question. Has Ifath ever
From school.
faked sickness to stay home, even for Ginger Camel? Stefan is going to see this. Ifath said... Yes. And Mom said no.
She's gonna be like,
when?
Maybe when we were like when I was really young. I remember. I
never allowed you to stay at home because we were all going together.
I might have faked it, but you must have still forced me to go.
Okay.
Because I faked it a lot of times with you. You know, there was time because I used to fast from a very young age because I enjoyed it. And then this one time I told my mom like, I'm not feeling well. Can I drink something? And she was like, no, you have to fast. So you know.
Yeah. And I never liked people staying at home because I myself is like that.
Yeah.
Whatever happens, I go. So. I'll get Panadol and get going.
That's always it. Just Panadol, whatever it is.
Yeah, just take something and go because I have some medication.
Yeah.
If I have loosies or something, you're okay. You drink things and you go.
Yeah, I don't think. I think in all the years that she's been working, I think I've only seen her like stay home like 2 or 3 times max.
No, the holidays, yes, but otherwise not.
Yeah, when she's sick, so like.
All right.
I have to be careful now.
Third question. Oh, this one is for you and for all, even for my mom and any other mom. Have you ever said, because I said so, when Ifath demanded an explanation for something?
Surely yes.
Yes and yes.
I'm the boss, I know it.
Yeah, and
you do it.
And sometimes she'll just like stare at you and she just...
She doesn't have to give an explanation.
Yeah.
Because that's what I learned from my mom.
Yeah.
Like, that's
even
how
if it's the most ridiculous thing in the world,
you'll know the answer later. Maybe in a couple of years, then you'll be like, oh, that's why.
I say, you get mom and you will know.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
All right, so...
she has I must say that, she has a very this thing, like when we go on vacation, she thinks that it's all sun, sand and beach, like we'll go on vacation, we'll holidaying and all, but for me, it's family time. Oh my god, both the kids get so irritated, like, okay. And then, of course, when you go to the family, she's grown tall, she's grown this, she's grown, the usual and what she's doing, so they don't like it.
Yeah. And then she just stares at us and we're like, okay. I guess we're going to families.
Okay. This question is for you also. Have you ever sworn in front of your kids? Answers. Yes. Both.
I was like, are you gonna lie now?
The mother said it, the daughter heard it, so...
Yes. Not a lot, but when she's super frustrated, sometimes,
Damnation.
Yeah.
I want to say give us some examples, but let's
I don't think we
that's
should.
a lot of editing, so... Okay.
But I didn't do lots.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I said, you didn't.
This is a really good question because my mom did this many times, especially I'm 23 and I look like I'm 16, so my mom used that in her favor. So this question is for you. Have you ever claimed that your kids are younger than they are so you can get a children's discount? Can answer.
You can't lie, I know what you do. Yes.
Till now, I tell Ifath when we go on to Mumbai and we have 4 and tuk takes 3. Ifath gets smaller because you're short, gets smaller.
And then the rickshaw guy will be like, yo, like only 3 people are allowed.
No, she's
like,
small, she's small.
Kid. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a kid. And even like if we're going for like to a resort or something, she'll be like, tell them that 2 adults and 2 children, and I'm like.
You're like just sitting there with your...
And then they ask, what's the age of the children? I'm like, 22 and 18. They're like, that's not children, ma'am.
Okay, so this question is for you, Ifath. The question is, have you ever cheated on a test or an exam? You can also write an answer. Has Ifath ever cheated on an exam?
I think so. But I choose to believe no.
Whatever you believe, you can put it down and then we can get surprised later. Ooh.
I mean, all of us have, right? I'm pretty sure you have as well. No, don't pretend like you have.
Have you?
She used to tell us that, like, you know, she's a topper, blah blah, and then we saw her report card and we were like, what? Hello?
We'll cut this out. Okay. Okay, this question is for you. Have you ever broken something and blamed it on your sibling?
Do you think I have?
Just write down your answers.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know the incident actually. She really doesn't.
Oh, can you guess the incident?
Yeah, my beautiful vase. Suddenly it disappeared, you know. And I'm like searching and
no,
searching.
but he actually broke it. That Tarif broke it. But I took it because I'm his sister. I took his side, and literally for 10 years, every year she'd be like, "So what happened to that? What happened to that? What happened to that?" And
still,
then,
I have not got the correct answer. She still feels that I'm not. But
so why don't we share the answer to everyone?
So that's another incident. But
story.
he actually broke it. What I did when we were kids was, he was really young. I think he was maybe like 3 years old. Mm-hmm. And I was playing with my mom's makeup and it fell down and, you know, the makeup shattered.
Yeah.
And then she was in the washroom. So she came out after about, and I convinced my brother. I was like, why did you break it? And he's like 3 years old. So he's like, yeah, I broke it.
Wow.
And he doesn't know that this happened. And then Mama came out and I was like, Mama, he broke it. And then she yelled at him. And that's it. So yeah, that happened. She doesn't know.
See. Next question. Okay, so the next question. The next question is for you. For Ifath, have you ever signed a permission slip acting like it was your mom?
I think you know the answer, Mama.
You can answer also the paper.
If you remember.
Wait, don't show your answer until she. But you're giving. That's how you give her the answer. Like if you remember that.
If you remember that I didn't do it.
Knowing, because of being an educator, I think these things kids do normally. So I think, yeah.
But you don't. Yes. So your answer is yes.
Yes.
But you've never actually knew about it.
I chose to believe that she could have done because she was naughty. Whereas Mohammed would not have.
You yelled at me. I think it was some normal
assessment marks or something.
No. It was just something in Dubai. We were young and it was just like something that the teacher wanted the next day, but I forgot to show you guys, so I just signed. And I came and told you, Mama, look, I signed it for you. And then she's...
But you forged my signature?
Yeah. And my mom was like looking at me like, you, what?
Well, she's also...
How old were you?
I don't know, maybe like I was in second or third grade, yeah.
Mm-hmm. In Dubai, yeah? Mm-hmm.
It was with that Islamic teacher.
Yeah, Dubai.
I think you remember, yeah.
That's actually the same question, so I'm gonna pass that. Okay, so we always ask our parents this question and they always give us the same answer, but deep inside we know there is one answer or many. And you're like, you can write down your answer and you can write down the answer you think your mom will answer. Who is your favorite child? Ifath is on in this.
I know this, like ever since I was a kid.
Okay, you can put it.
What did you do?
Oh
my God, you didn't even try.
No,
so, who's this?
Tarif, my brother. And I also know it's my brother.
Tarif.
He's your favorite child? I mean, she's honest.
You know, I thought she would try and be like both or something. She didn't even try. She's like, I don't care.
No, she's more like my friend.
Yeah, that's what moms say when they're like, we hate you.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't treat as my child. Like I can talk anything to her without being biased. With him, I have to be a little conscious about what I talk because
he gets very angry.
And
he hates us.
He's not angry though, but he can be judgmental, and because he's young also, you know, and then he clings to our opinions as well. Okay, although he has very good opinions and he's very like he knows his stuff.
Yes,
podcast is not about him, so
okay, thank you.
Moving on.
Okay,
moving on.
Other question. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the next page. All right,
you're wasting paper.
That's all right.
We have an educator.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so write down your answer and describe each other in one word. Take your time.
Describe each other.
Yeah, so you're gonna describe Ifath in one word, and Ifath's gonna describe you in one word.
Okay.
Wait, don't show it to the camera. No, don't see her answer.
I'm not. You're blocking the view.
Okay. Show everyone. So what did you guys write? What did you write? Charming. What about you? What did you write?
I wrote generous. Because ever since I was a kid, my mom literally like all the time she's She's about like doing charitable work or helping someone all the time. And so I think we've grown up knowing that we cannot have money without giving it away to someone.
That's amazing. Yeah.
That's
so great.
Even I cook, I have to say if the good things, neighbors, So I think it's giving. Allah gives you more.
That's true.
And I think kids have learned that. So and that is also very inspiring actually, because without doubt, if us just says, Mama, I did sadaqah today, or Muhammad just says, so I don't have to tell them, they just do it. So,
and if she buys clothes for us, she buys clothes for the whole my cousins, my uncles, everybody.
That's
so.
amazing.
I like to give because that also tells that softens your heart. It's a hadith, so softens your heart with your family members and everything. So I think it's a very good characteristics which I want my children to have it as well.
Yeah.
So it's Allah has given you. You are what you call as you're gifted and you give back. You know.
Why did you say I'm charming?
Because you are a charmer.
Because you are.
Oh,
you
thank
are. You know, you somehow try to. I couldn't say manipulative though.
She used
you're
it
a charming manipulator.
Yes. Because she has been a very attractive child. She has been she was in all these Toastmaster competitions and debates and elocutions, and she's been and I think I pushed her also. She was very good. She's been a charmer, and then in the school also, I don't think anybody could say that we hate her or something like that.
No one can hate her.
So she has that thing, and I've seen her friends, and I think she's also very good with her friends because she has her school friends, and it's not thanks to Facebook or something. I think she would have eventually got them anyhow. Yeah. So she has kept in touch, like how I have kept in touch with my school friends or college friends now. Also.
Yeah, loyalty.
Okay, so last question.
Wow.
That's the last question for this game. Question is, who was Ifath's first crush?
Actually, I must tell you this.
You have to write it down first.
Alright.
I hope you know the answer.
Okay. Sure.
George Clooney.
Yeah. You know what? I had this magazine, Hello Magazine, and this guy, like I liked him very much, and he had this smile, and Ifath looked at him and looked at him and looked at him,
and I was like, what, 7 or something?
Yeah, and like, that is a naughty smile or something, like George Clooney. He's so handsome, so wow.
So there was like a picture of him old, and there's a picture of him really young.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, he's so handsome, and she looked at me, she's like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so the last question is, give us a tip that you can give to future mothers. That will be or your daughter, that will be very helpful for her in the long term.
First thing is, I think acceptance. Like for example, as I've already told it, we were sisters, so they thought maybe I have a son something, but the acceptance. The moment you accept it, this is it. And nowadays what happens is people do not accept it. That's the problem. Like you go for what you're not going to get it. And you sideline all the good things, all the gifted things, from the moment you wake up in the morning, we don't even tell Alhamdulillah or thanking for so many things. So acceptance is very important. You accept. Okay, you have a choice. You have to make it. When you make it, you accept it. Sometimes you don't have a choice, but you have to accept that as well. Second point is be thankful. Be thankful for everything. Everything means everything. For you, like I am very, very thankful to my Allah, to God, that I have such beautiful parents and beautiful sisters, and my spouse and my children and my spouse family, everyone, and my relatives family and my work. Sometimes we have stress. I think okay, khalas, this is enough. But then you go back laughing, smiling, because tomorrow is another day. So be positive. So acceptance, thankful, being positive. Love. Don't be judgmental. Yeah, we do kind to be judgmental because so and so and so and so.
Yeah.
But we cannot put our impressions or perceptions or judgment on others.
Yeah.
So if young girls learn this and focus on what you're doing and better your best. Better your best. That would be very nice.
Yeah.
You don't, and simple things. Talk simply, do simple things.
Don't be
Okay.
loud.
Huh?
Like, I was gonna be like, don't be loud, but like, we're super loud.
Yeah, no, simple things are
Yeah.
because here we go for like rocket science, and then you don't do this or neither you do that.
Yeah.
So so these are things I think every parent, every mother, every child, every human being are my own students. I tell them, be thankful, be loyal, be accepting.
It's very important. Yes.
And be whatever you have, be generous. And some people go for a lot of things like okay, and negativity should be ruling out negativity, because
True.
there's too much of negativity. Whatever you do, be positive. Whenever you go, think in your like when I go out of my house in the morning, I pray to Allah that may Allah intentionally I must not hurt someone, and nobody should hurt me. Intentionally I don't want to hurt anyone, and there's a dua for that. So I do that every day, and I try to be positive as much, although I get stressed in the morning because there are some operational things which you need to do at that particular time. I do. But then I come back, no, that's not. And I try to smile as much as possible, smile. That releases your energy. I think smile is the beautiful gift which Allah has given you. So smile as much as possible.
You gave a lot of advice.
I give lots. You ask me some and I give lots.
So
I can talk and talk and talk.
So do you have last thing you want to tell your mom before we end the
Thank
episode?
you so much. I didn't know I was gonna have to do this. Thank you so much for coming on this show. You make me proud every single day, and so I wanted to share with the world how proud I am of you.
I'm proud as well. I'm proud, and I'm so thankful that Ifath has got such wonderful people here. And she's always been talking about every one of you guys, and it's been nice. Like it's like just I know you all, And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's my
for coming.
privilege here to.
No, we were honored that you're here, and thank you so much. Thank you for bringing. And hey, how did I do?
You did
Being
great.
the host for
Yes,
Great.
absolutely. You were so spontaneous and
Thank you.
effective. Like
Yeah, you
And
should start your own show. Not hijack mine. Maybe start your own
No,
show.
don't hijack her. She's wonderful.
No. She is the host for the height. No
Yes,
one can
guys.
take her
Not
place.
leaving.
And I am very like a shield to my family, protective shield.
No, I'm not gonna make my own. But thank you so much for coming. It was an honor having you here. It was so
God
much
bless you,
fun.
Kenza. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank you, and thank you for
God bless you, Kenza.
thank you for being here and answering the questions and being in the hot seat. Thank you so much, guys, and please, you can check out our episodes, Doha Heat on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Please.
What about YouTube? You don't have any YouTube also?
Yeah.
YouTube also.
She's advertising for us. What a great mom.
YouTube, Facebook,
LinkedIn.
all of it. Doha Heat, yes. And yeah,
Thank you very
that's it.
much.
Thank you so much. See you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.